Hey guys, Lord Darkfire here, and today I want to talk about a video that I recently noticed didn't end. I don't know if the ending was cut off by my editing, which is possible, or if I uploaded it and somehow when I uploaded it, it got messed up. So in this video, I'm going to touch base with that video and see if maybe I can kind of clean that video up and give that video sort of an ending. And what is that video? The video I'm talking about is called Friends and Family. Now, along with that video being unended, I also believe that the video did not have quite the effect I wanted it to. So in this video, I'm going to try and give that video a bit of closure. Now, in that video, I mentioned that we are the center stones, we are the cornerstones of our friends. And what I mean by that is, we may know two sets of people, and those two sets of people don't know each other other than the fact that we brought them together, right? That was how I had meant for that statement to be, but this video isn't about that. What this video is going to be about, and what that video ended up being about, was the connection that we share with our friends. And whether or not, at least the way I meant it to be, was whether or not we feel the effects of how our friends feel. And in the video I had said that, a lot of people would say we don't have the right to feel the burden of how our friends feel because we can't change how our friends feel. Well, I don't necessarily think that's true. I agree with them that in a lot of times we can't change how they feel, so that we can't take on that burden, but we still feel the effects. And that's where I wanted that video to go. It was not so much on the burden of the feeling that they were having, but the effect that it had on us, and how we impact them as much as they impact us. And the example I'm going to give in this one is, let's say you're in a party or something like that, or you've gone to a gathering and a group of friends are together and one of them just isn't right. Whether they're sad, whether they're frustrated, whether they're pissed off, who knows. But you know something isn't right. At least at first you know something isn't right. Well, how do you know this? You can see that they're not right by the way that they act. You can hear that they're not right by the way that they talk. And those are cues that we learn to interpret as them not being right compared to their normal. There's that N word. I don't like using it, but there's that N word. Well, I also want to say that, in my opinion, depending on the bond that you share with this person, how well you know this person, how long you've known this person, and sometimes those factors aren't needed, because some people just click together. But sometimes you can get a sense that something's not right before you even talk to them, before you even hear them, or see them. And that's the bond that we share. How does this affect us? Well, if we feel this negative energy, this sadness, this whatever, it kind of brings us down. I mean, at least it brings me down, right? So I should centralize this to myself, because then I can explain it. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that can't be. But why can't it? I mean, we're all made of energy. I mean, you break us all down, we're all made of energy, and that energy isn't bottled. I mean, it's free energy. It's free moving. It moves within us. It moves around us. And that energy intertwines with the energy around us. So everything that happens has an effect. People around us have an effect. People we know have an effect. People that are in our family have an effect on us. And we affect them. I mean, if we're sad, they're sad. Or they're not so much sad, but they are knowing that there's something wrong with us, so they want to help. And vice versa, if something's wrong with them, we want to help. And I don't know, I guess, I just wonder why people say that people aren't bonded. It's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, in my mind it fits, it works, it makes sense. And I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. But you out there, what do you think? Do you feel that you have that bond, a bond, with your friends, with your family? Can you tell when something's wrong? If so, how do you explain it? How do you make it fit in your mind? Everybody explains it differently, and depending on what you believe and what you're open to, you'll explain it differently. And the funny thing is, I just realized this video did not talk about that video, but it impacted the way I wanted it to. So I'm leaving this video as is, and hopefully those of you that watch it will respond, and we can talk about this, because I really want to know what you guys think. I mean, to me it's just fascinating, the things that we feel, and the way that we interact with our surroundings, and the way that we impact others and they impact us. Do you notice the impact?